The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. Fielded right around the 8. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. That's on the tackle, Penei Sewell. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. The drive will start with an option going left. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year back in Week 2. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
Here we go, here we go.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Throwing is Hurts. Taking a shot here for Marshall. And this one is incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Fourth down, so they send out Trenton Gill. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. A 1st down carry for Barkley. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Second down, here's Barkley again. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. It's a gain of 4 there and gives him a new set of downs.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy who can take him the distance. For the short yardage, trying to pick up 1st downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Hey, little. Yeah.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And it's caught by Hooper. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 23 yards on the play. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. A throw left side, hauled in by Hamler. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. It'll be a gain of 5. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy.
And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Austin Hooper, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Fielded right around the 8.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Miles Sanders first carry of the game. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Dolphins at a disappointing 0-4 through the first month of the year. And they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month, partner, in this league, without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Running left, it's Barkley.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
13.
Jackson now. He finds Pickens over the middle. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Up the middle with Barkley. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
On 3rd down, Jackson to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And that is no good. And this will stay a 1-score game as the lead will hold at 6.
They had a chance there to really build a nice early lead, go up a couple of scores. But he doesn't hit that one quite right, and it winds up an empty possession.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 6-0 our score after 1. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. And that's caught. It's Brian Edwards.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know, as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
A good push there from that offensive line as Sanders able to take that forward for a gain of about 6 on first down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Gets it quickly out to Marshall.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down.
Here's Hurts to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked by Kendall Fuller.
And the Bills are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Pass 60, pass 699 Broncos. 60 average, 60 average.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Thomas. Touchdown! Logan Thomas from 8 yards out. And the Dolphins strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. The point after through the raindrops up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Tariq Woolen picks it.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
Here we go, here we go.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
And that's complete to Marshall on the crossing route. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Sanders will take this in for the Dolphin touchdown. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
He's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
To throw again on second down. Jackson trying to lay one up deep.
Oh, for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Stop made there by Brian Asamoah.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
He's got a man. That's Marshall.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Throwing again on second down. Hurts. He gets it to Thomas. And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the first down.
Hurts going to give it to Sanders on the option.
Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Hurts. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Edwards.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, that was big right there because they're the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
Ready up!
Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
As Sanders has it poked free. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Got a man, that's Lazard. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Jackson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 41. Well, Charles, they're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Takes it at the 7. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And that'll go for a gain of 18 on the keeper. First down.
Jackson going to run again.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 9 yards on the first down. Keeper, and it's 2nd and 1.
A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley, and he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 20-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
46 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to them.
And he'll get in! Touchdown, Buffalo! Saquon Barkley, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Bills are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
This time, the extra point up and good. And that will tie things up at 13. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective, because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. On the draw, here's Sanders. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Hurts.
Left side here, and he loses the football a second time. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner. You know who's winning this game right now?
Mother Nature?
Yes, indeed. Precipitation's winning in a big way. Sloppy, all these turnovers right now.
Yeah, well, this was the forecast. We got what was forecasted, and we've gotten a lot of turnovers. Saquon Barkley running right. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Quay Walker. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here at their own 23.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game.
Picked off by Kyle Fuller.
And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. Well, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brand, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We got 2, we got 2. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Will we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
2nd and 4.
Throwing is Jackson. And finding the tight end Hooper.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson.
Open man Hamler, that's complete.
He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Another try for Barkley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down. But if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground. And that they did that time for a loss.
Hey, middle. Hey. Go. Middle.
3rd and goal, Jackson. Touchdown, Bills.
Jerry Jeudy.
A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bills have broken our tie and have taken a fourth-quarter lead.
And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
From the 6. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here.
He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
They were looking for a big play in this comeback situation, and they call play action pass, and it backfires. If you're going to run that play this late in the game, you have to have a plan in mind to avoid the sack. Throw it away, scramble, do something, but don't go down in your own backfield.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Throwing is Hurts. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a fourth pick of the ball game.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
The Dolphins on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. He'll buy some time right.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It's taken to the 26. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
From just shy of midfield, Jackson.
Open man, he completes it to Jeudy. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 2 yards is the pickup, and the Bills are going to have a 1st down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll bring this one inside the 35.
58 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
No, we change it. We change it.
Now it's Jackson. Got a man. It's Judy complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation. With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down.
Report. Hey, Ozzy, shut up. You. Report. Yeah. You
Here's Jackson to throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
It's hot. It's hot. 13.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
George Pickens, his intended receiver there.
And it's 3rd down.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Jackson to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this will stay a one-score game as the lead will hold at 6. Well, that one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a one-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores.
He'll look to throw. Into the hands of Sanders. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it. But they've got to continue to move quickly.
Back to throw. They go screen. This is Ingram. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Back to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Marshall. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. That's complete. Again, he's got Marshall. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
19 right. 19 tight. 19 tight.
He's back to throw. This is caught. And he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the fourth quarter. So they're not home yet. Still a critical extra point here to break the tie. And they have got the lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And I hate to point to that missed field goal from their last drive, but you look at the scoreboard, they would be in the lead if they had that 3.
Well, no doubt those points or those missed points do loom large, but here they're getting a chance for a makeup, aren't they? Almost like my time in school. I was always begging my teachers for a makeup exam.
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now Jackson. Gets this to Saquon Barkley out of the backfield. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Down to the final play. That's where we win in this one, a dramatic finish. And I know that the field goal was going to be pretty long, but to not kick the field goal, at least take the chance to win there with 3, what did you think, partner?
You know that in pregame, as he warms up, the kicker gets with the special teams coach, and they figure out a number in both directions, right? You know, versus win, no win if it's a possibility, whatever it is. And they give a number to the head coach. This is where I'm good from, between here and here. Maybe that wasn't the number he gave him today.
So for the Dolphins, it took a while, but they finally get that first win after 4 straight losses. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the New York Jets come to town. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7. it.